Oh, whoops. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, as usual, Imperial Dane. Featuring today a 1 vs 1 on Langres. Yes, indeed, we shall be seeing two forces clash in Langres. We shall be seeing WMD Tommy 952 fighting for the Wehrmacht. Fighting for the 9th Panzer Division. He shall be taking, well, 2nd Panzer Division actually, never mind that. Taking on the Americans under Simon, aka Armstrong. Both are pretty high-ranking players. Tommy is level 18 with the Wehrmacht, for example, and Armstrong is also known for being pretty solid with the Wehrmacht as well. Overall, though, pretty veteran players. Shall be fighting on Langres. Americans versus Wehrmacht. 2nd Panzer Division versus the 2nd Armoured Division. Let's just keep it in twos and keep it simple. This should hopefully prove to be an interesting fight. We are going to be seeing, in fact, a 3 engineer start up from Simon, aka Armstrong, whereas 2 pioneers from Tommy, who's focusing pretty solidly on the west. We are seeing the first unit going to be a Volksgrenadier, the Volksgrenadier squad. Ever lovely, ever dependable, ever not quite Grenadiers, but still Volksgrenadiers. Are marching out there for the fatherland. And their little formation. Why going off there? And again, it's not uncommon to see that, because otherwise they can just run in there and occupy that house again. A common trick for, players starting in South Langres is, to just wire off this area. Sometimes they would even wire off this bit, or they will just mine it, but usually you can get wire up faster, so that will, meaning going in here is going to be a lot more difficult initially. And in fact, Tommy's not rushing in towards here. He's sort of taking more slowly, securing right here within his grasp, not charging out to hunt the cowboy Yankees and punish them for their Americanness. Rifleman squad out there already securing quite a bit of territory himself. Simon is not playing casually, he's not playing calmly, he's going straight for it, straight for the throat almost of poor Tommy. Second unit on the way is going to be a Volksgrenadier squad. Bit of problem with fraps, not sure why, but that happens from time to time. Pioneers taking up position there for reconnaissance, but probably also to deny the building in case some Yankees decide to dash in. Going towards west. In fact, he's ignoring this side of the road. So far, quite interesting move. Second squad of Volksgrenadiers moving out. Third unit shall be the interesting one. Could easily dictate his strategy, or at least give a clear indication, of course, of what he's going for. But he's definitely not rushing in to sort of take on the American. There we go. He's moving out on the western flank, forcing away the engineers. Could in fact be threatening the cut-off point. And of course, the question is, will Simon, aka Armstrong, be reacting to this? And how will he be reacting to this, of course, is the secondary question. But no, he's going for the munitions point. He's still playing it a bit cautiously. He's not rushing in, and he's going for the sniper. So 2 Volksgrenadiers, sniper, MG is so far what it looks like. Could go for 2 MGs if he feels bold enough. But right now moving in there, Volksgrenadiers are going to be rushed from a few distances. And the 2nd Volksgrenadier squad is nowhere nearby to actually assist. But of course they can move in quickly. Moving across the open ground, they are suffering a bit there. The riflemen definitely have the advantage there, but there we go. 2nd squad of Volksgrenadiers moving in. Pioneers arriving on the scene as well. All of a sudden, the tables have been turned on the riflemen. And in this case, the other guys have more guns, so that's quite the table turning. At the same time, we are seeing a pretty damn early machine gun emplacement up here from Simon. Feeling, of course, he has Stromans here. He's going to secure it, laying down a machine gun emplacement. It's pretty damn rare to see a player of this level lay down a machine gun emplacement this early. I mean, it is, again, pretty damn rare. It's not something everyone's going to do, and it's not something I'd always recommend, but I mean, in this case, I can see the advantage. Tommy has already focused here on the west. He's not crossed the road yet, so instead he's, of course, going to dominate. And I mean, in Langres, it's actually possible, because, again, note, I mean, the amount of territory he can easily deny with just 1 machine gun emplacement there, and it is going to be reasonably hard to sort of flank if he does it properly. And he's already laying down mines.
Sharpshooter here.
So cheeky that, although again the flank here is exposed for now. Sniper on top supporting the Volksgrenadiers, rifle engineers under fire, going in for the munitions point again. He's not giving up. That rascal Tommy, that bounder, that cad. We are seeing the rifle getting slightly pushed back. Flamethrower engineers now pushing away the pioneers, but quick sniper shot drops Bob, reminding him to always be careful when playing with fire. Someone might blow your brains out. And we are seeing the MG42 coming out. Again, this build is sort of more about, grinding down the enemy, draining him of manpower. It's not so much about holding ground, because, again, with only 1 MG and 2 Volksgrenadiers, it's not necessarily that strong in that sense. But, I mean, usually about, killing, and usually the sniper combined with all this does the trick. Had he gone for more Volksgrenadiers, he'd definitely gone for the more aggressive, more MGs, sort of more defensive, although Of course, 3 Volksgunners, 2 MGs is also possible, thus giving a rather heavy approach, but again, it's also one the opponent could take advantage of in case he's rising from M8s. So those are all sort of things you have to sort of be careful, cautious about. But I mean, the early machine gun emplacement right there is definitely something a bit of a drain right there, manpower and fuel. But I mean, clearly he's believing in it, and again, it could easily pay off. He's also now mining off the approaches, so it's not going to be easy to flank for Tommy if he so decides. Of course, question is now what's going to happen. We are seeing both sides sort of casually approaching this, gauging each other's. There we go, skirmish phase ready. We might be seeing a Kriegberg soon. That would not be unusual to assume. He's not seen the machine gun emplacement yet, quite interesting enough, but he's still focusing up here. We are seeing mines from him as well. Barbed wire as well, quite again. No, both players going for barbed wire, going for mines. Again, that is what good players do. So again, try to sort of mimic them in that department. It can make a difference. Machine gun emplacements, I would recommend more caution about that. But I mean, in this case, it's part of a larger defense. It's not just the MG supposed to do it all. There's riflemen, there's mines, barbed wire, all of it forms to a larger, more coherent defense. In that sense, it's a good idea. But again, a lot of more novice players just build the MGs, and then they don't really have a larger defense plan out from it. Going here for the munitions. Kriegberg's up, rifle supporting, and again it seems to be more of a stranglehold approach, perhaps by Armstrong, aka Simon. Volksgunners and sniper moving in to react, and there we go, sniper shot right there on the engineer, forcing him away. Rather than hiding up there, what could he be going for? He's going for the weapon support, and he's going to support his troops before he pushes on. This is certainly further interesting. There's no armored car rush attempt right there. Volksgunners moving up. This could now, of course, be the point where he's going to get that 30 caliber surprise, the 30 caliber heavy variant, water cooled. Whereas the German MGs were actually air cooled, which causes a fun little fact as well. Minesweepers again, and there we go. He spots the 30 caliber, and the 30 caliber doesn't quite spot them. But now, of course, Tommy knows. Verboten. Until, of course, it gets that knocked out. This is pretty much, bad place. And meanwhile, we are seeing the Kampfkraft sent up. We're seeing Grenadiers up. So he's definitely going for some more infantry now. He's going to gear up for the more aggression again. Someone needs to break this stalemate. The question is, of course, who? Weapon supports and up. Probably going to see a sniper to deal with Tommy's sniper. Could, of course, be a mortar as well to push the approach as well. Trying to clear out the mines right here. Very bold, but there we go. MG opening up, suppressing the Volksgrenadiers. And now we are seeing Armstrong pushing up here lightly. First engineers, mines up there. And there we go, as predicted, the sniper, the Scharfschütze. And mine goes off there, suppressing but not killing. Quite lucky there for Simon. And then we go, Veteran G1 up already. We're probably going, yes, to see Veteran G2 again. Definitely reinforcing his infantry efforts right there. Grenadiers, Veteran 2, of course, are nice. Veteran 2 Volksgunners are not bad either. Increased line of sight and slight damage reduction bonus, although overall what it fully does, I'm not sure if it actually can have a difference in the longer run. Might try to run some numbers on that if I can remember. Again, fresh mines. I mean, there's nothing wrong in mining a spot you've already sort of had one mine detonate, because again, chances are he's going to run into it again. That's how it works. Psychology of some sorts. Now we are seeing Browning automatics up. We are seeing only 3 rifleman squads, but again, I mean, getting snipers up is not a bad idea. And looks like he's definitely waiting to set up a weapon supplier to sort of push up now. And we are seeing a second unit on the way for the weapon support center. Volksgunners under fire. Rifleman getting sniped. Small engagement right here. Volksgunners Veteran G2 definitely getting sniped and advantage out of the heavy cover. And sniper fire from the American sniper. Hoping to and again, I'll just briefly pause it. Of course, I'll try to speed up later. But I mean, why is he doing this? I mean, why is he not trying to catch a German sniper? Well, there's a sort of psychological game in this, and the essence is, of course, he's alerting the opponent to his sniper. So Tommy becomes a lot more cautious with his sniper, so he doesn't want to get sniped himself. I mean, in that sense, there's mind games going on there. And in that sense, using his own sniper is sort of a signal. Oh, you better watch out. And in that sense, that can be just as effective as actually just getting the bastard in the first shot at times. Although again, it's not necessarily always going to be, but I mean, it certainly creates a certain mind game, and it's going to certainly draw Tommy's attention more away, because again, now he's got to keep an eye on that sniper. So there's sort of that trade-off to remember. I mean, you also have to remember that's something not all players actually think of. There's also the mind game. There's also the commanders to sort of play off. You're not just playing against the army. You're playing against the hand of the army. That's sort of the thing to remember. That's again, what novice players seem to forget, and they just sort of get despaired because, oh, the army can do all that. But yes, but that doesn't mean the commander's going to do that. Again, those are the sort of things important to remember. We are seeing engineers rushing in, but they're going quickly focused down by Volksgunners and Grenadiers. No, oh wait, we are seeing tear up. He could in fact be going for seal right away. Engineer squad down. Volksgunners might want to consider retreating out. The Rifle are suffering quite a bit here versus the Grenadiers and the Volksgunners. Of course, Volksgunners with seal are actually quite accurate and do more damage. 30 caliber, quite interesting. And not a bad idea. I mean, can be used to suppress, defenders or of course stop attackers. So nice little move up there, advancing the 30 caliber, going to cover up his flank a bit. Although again, I mean, Armstrong certainly bled out a bit here, but so did Tommy. 30 caliber advancing. Oh, reckless there, Simon, reckless. And oh, sniper misses. No, that was the American sniper, of course. And there we go. The last MG gunner gets out of there. A bit unfortunate. More riflemen moving in. Tria sent up, so no supply yet as of yet. And we are seeing a pack, of course, now. Tommy's, of course, also worrying about, the inevitable armored piece of business. And, of course, he's wondering, well, what is he going to hit me with, that fiendish fellow? We are seeing the supply up now, of course. I mean, Armstrong is not going to be investing too heavily into this because with any risks, his opponent going for armored cars or panzers. And then, of course, then Armstrong is in trouble. And no doctrine as of yet for him. I mean, Tommy's gone pretty early for terror. And of course, he probably is going to go straight for the King Tiger, the Tiger der König, Königstiger, or Tiger 2. Pack 38 moving up, 50mm. Again, sort of probably used alongside the other one because those were actually sort of mostly the guns that could be moved about by infantry. Although, actually I learned recently that Germans actually had a sort of shorter Pack 40. The Pack 40, or the Pack 50 in fact, which was a 75mm gun, but with a much shorter barrel, but about the same effectiveness in terms of dealing with armor, just shorter range. So I mean, they could have used that actually, technically. Again, not really what you hear much about. Engineers are getting started as they are trying to repair. 30 caliber opening up, riflemen and other snipers moving in. And of course, Tommy trying to break in the front door with an anti-tank gun, blowing up their defenses. That's also what anti-tank guns were used for occasionally. Charging right in the Germans. No MG42 to provide cover. We are seeing Grenadiers arriving on the scene. Pack going to get cleared out. Riflemen, they're also suffering a bit, getting shot at from all sides. Grenadiers, false Grenadiers, already 3 men down. 2 men. Oh, careful, Simon. Down to 1 man. He does reveal the sniper. Rifleman moving in, sniper moving in. He's keeping calm. MP40 equipped. The machine pistol and Fearsig Rifleman rushing straight into it. Simon's being overly aggressive. He really wants this German crouch sniper bastard. And the losses are unbelievable. Another rifle squad post cover. Pack 38 down, but that was definitely bloody for him. And the Grenadier secured. I give it BAR, the Browning automatic rifle. Another rifleman gets sniped in the process. 9 kills, 5 kills, definitely a difference there. And the Pack gets 1 too. You bastard. Certainly quite a bit of action. Sniper pulls away, and he's using the Boccacio to his own advantage to snipe at the German troops. Whereas of course Tom is, he's predicting Tom to be over here, and that's of course gaining cover. I mean, in that sense also, using Boccacio in that sense in terms of cover is also an advantage. Grenadiers and Pioneers moving on the eastern flank, trying and flush out that sniper. 30 caliber setting up to try and stop a German assault. There we go. Grenadiers and Pioneers quickly getting suppressed. Sniped. MG gunner getting sniped in return by the German sniper. Quite a bit of action left and right. Not sure if he's got other folks going to. There they are. Just want to check. Grenadiers moving up. In fact, he's got another Grenadier squad up. And, oh, mines! Lots of mines by Simon. Brilliant, Simon. Great, Simon, in fact. Jolly good. Covering his flank with mines. And there we go. Assaulting the Grenadiers. 2 flamethrowers. Oh, jolly good. And again, the Pack's exposed. And it's getting left behind. Left for dead by its comrades. A bit unfortunate, but that's what happens with these big guns. MP40 Volksgunners moving up on the flank. MG42 moving up on the flank. Sniper continuing to snipe. American sniper moving in. Ooh, middle of the road. Veterans you won. Volksgunners doing what they can. MG42 joining in. Engineers getting sniped. Not sure what's going on in Simon's space. And again, he's doing quite a lot with his force, despite, you know, having lost one rifleman squad. Although, there we go, probably a fresh one trained to replace the ones lost, who shall be forever remembered in the annals of the 2nd Armoured Division in the fight against the 2nd Panzer Division at Langres. And there we go, another sniper shot. 11 kills. Grenadiers and folks, not just Grenadiers advancing up here for the fatherland, heavily equipped, sort of. And there we go, Veteran 22 already for the sniper. He's really taking the toll. Pioneers need to get out there. And of course, Tommy saying them to sweep mines, because now he knows Simon loves his mines. Oh, Pioneer down. Grenadiers pulling away. MG slightly late on it. At the same time, we are seeing a push by Aimstring up the western flank. Jolly good. Keeping up the pressure, forcing Tommy to spread out his forces, thus gaining a slightly greater advantage there as well. Great job by Simon, definitely. Yes, Reboop. And there we go. Suppressive fire from the rifleman, quickly suppressing the Grenadiers, thus giving him the advantage in this close-up combat. Grenade goes off but does nothing. And there we go. Pin down Grenadiers. Victory for Armstrong. These Grenadiers need to retreat. And no medic bunker for Tommy. Volksguards are finding up here on the eastern flank. Volksguards moving up the west. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But of course, now with the Sturm army, we might be seeing Stooks. We might also be seeing armored cars. And we are seeing a tank depot going up. Jolly good, jolly good. And there we go, going for the munitions point, going for the high munitions, though they are getting sniped. And now we are seeing slightly more. Yeah, there we go, retreating, hitting the mine. Slightly nice position right here. Pushing again, and then again trying to sort of spread out. Tommy also spreading out his attention. Again, these things can be vital, you know, also attention. Attention is a resource. Try also, you know, to tax that, and usually that can also mean if you can actually strike at a unit where your opponent's occupied elsewhere, it can actually mean a lot of damage. Rifle moving up. MG fire, sniper fire. And there we go, the armored car is moving up. Schwere Panzerspeerwagen opening up in the armored car, but there we go, armor piercing rounds. And already down to half health more or less. The 30 caliber in this armor piercing round ability should not be underestimated against German armored vehicles like the half-track or this one. It can do a lot of damage in the right positions. As again, as you might have noticed, my incredibly intelligent viewers. And there we go, first German on the way, and he's not quite prepared. Pack has not been recruited. One hopes he's then getting an assault gun, the Sturmgeschütz. Fear. Riflemen and engineers moving in here. The German armored car was actually a pretty old vehicle. I mean, it served, you know, from the beginning of the war. Although it certainly was a bit different back then. They also, in fact, had a 6-wheel one, but that was actually quickly stopped. German snipers up. 18 kills versus 15. They are keeping pretty close. Volksguards getting attacked by riflemen. And riflemen clearly have the advantage here with the longer range on their weapons versus the Volksguards, and the MP40 is much more closer. Although heavy cover. And there we go. We're actually seeing a Sturmgeschütz, an assault gun, which the 30 caliber rounds cannot harm. And there we go, moving in to deal with those dark-in cowboys. Then is advancing, getting sniped. Germans now home to catch the American. There we go, Stuke secures a kill, blows up one gunner. Volksguards attacking the rifleman, and they do manage it. Nicely done right there. Rifleman taking heavy losses. Could even be losing a squad. No. Bit unfortunate there. Counter-attack moving in. And the Sherman. The M4 Sherman. Not the first of the American medium tanks. Certainly not the first one to see the war. That was the M. Grant. M3, Grant or Lee. Had a few names. The Soviets called it the Grave for Five Brothers, which rather says something about, you know, how good a tank it actually was. And they were using the T-34. So, I mean, I'd say they know a thing about or two about tanks, you know, not good for the crew. But the Sherman was a development on that. And the same... Oh! Blimey! Oh no! Oh no, Tommy just walked his sniper right into that mine. No veterancy for the Stuke, always get veterancy for the armor. But I mean, the funny thing is, in essence, the Stuke and the Sherman had the same role. They were there to support infantry, you know, help with infantry, help with dug-in position, help with them, but again, they were not really meant, you know, to deal with it. But again, the Stuke, though, again, as German doctrine dictated, was actually better at dealing with tanks, because again, they always figure, you know, their tanks, you know, might not have support from anything else, and would be required to deal with any armor on their own. So that's why they always, you know, essentially had the best guns they could get. Which again is a rather, you know, special bit about German doctrine. They didn't want just something good at one row. They wanted something, you know, capable of dealing with multiple things, because again, you couldn't always, you know, count on the perfect situation for support. There was a lot more, I suppose, independence in units for the Germans, which only gave them a lot more strength. Nice, but the Stuke is going to need repairs. Veterancy 1 would again be a good move for Tommy. There we go, hope that's veterancy. Still, it can do a bit of good, and it's again in a Sherman 1. Oh, no, he's already upgraded it. Clever. He's already upgraded the gun of his Sherman, thus giving it pretty much the advantage against the Stuke. Although Veterans 1, it might be a little less clear, but I mean, a Sherman with the ability to always penetrate will win against the Stuke, because the Stuke has a lot less health, even with the damage bonus actually gains against Shermans. Rather than advancing, taking shots from the Stuke. On the Volksgrenadiers, and Grenadiers getting into the building. And there we go, Grenade, Stahlgranate, and there we go. Heavy losses for the Riflemen. Sherman moving in, although a bit damaged. Armoured Doctrine already up for Simon. He's clearly pushing the envelope. Sherman taking a nasty hit right there. And returns the favour. Ooh, even getting one Volksgun right in front of the tank. Assault gun. Volksgun's pushing up here, clearing the mines out. Trying to break up, but they are running into too much firepower. Snipers and riflemen, suppressive fire. Jolly good, stopping the threat right there again. Great use of suppressive volleys from the Americans. It can be used to stop attacks. It can also be used to, you know, keep the defenders' heads down. Propaganda war on the 30 caliber, but not good enough. Another sniper up for Tommy. And we are seeing Calliope soon arriving. Oh, poo. Stuke is ready. Sturmgeschütz. Sherman getting ready, and again the up gun was about 76.2mm actually, I think. About the same caliber as the 17-pounder gun. Difference was though much longer, and I might have also been some slight advantage to the 17 gun. I don't understand the full bit of it. Still, alright gun, although nothing quite as the Germans, but still could handle Panzer force much more expertly. It could even be a threat to Panthers. Grenadiers inside the building with a Panzerschreck. Volksgun's getting pushed off. Armor coming in to assist. Sniper. Stuke could also be a bit of assistance, particularly with Veterancy 2, which gives it a health bonus and an MG on top. Panzerschreck almost close to blowing up the clothesline of poor Farmer Francois. Always having a trouble getting his clothes dry. Sherman arriving. 2 kills. There's the Stuke. Nice hit, but again, Veterans 1 does provide a bit more protection now. But of course, repairs on the Sherman. Armor car moves in. Oh dear, sticky bombs, sticky bombs. He's doing his best, of course, clear out the engineers, but ooh, sticky bombs, and of course now it's going to be a target for the Sherman. Immobilized even. Oh no. Oh, the tractor saves the day, but Stukes are pulling back, and we are seeing a second one. Second Panzer Division so far relying on its Sturmgeschütz Abteilung. Enemy unit down. Armored car down. Also, fun fact about the assault guns, they were also occasionally just used as replacement for tanks. I mean, you'd see Panzer Abteilungs or battalions having assault guns. Usually it was Panzer Grenadier divisions, but I mean, you'd even see it in Panzer divisions. So I mean, fun facts there. Volksgun's moving up. MG needs recruiting. Still no medic bunker. I would think Mr. Tommy would benefit a bit from that. More units going down. More Shermans up. Could we be seeing more? Not right away, but let's go look at Tommy and see how he's handling this conundrum. No veterancy, no units. Again, veterancy 2 assault guns though. 2 versus 2 Shermans. Easily go into the favor of the Stukes. But there we go, Riflemen moving in, they need to pull back. Pack and ready to provide support. MGs as well. Nice damage on the Stuke. In fact, could be going down. He's trying to get it. He's trying to get it. Even Veteran 2 is not quite enough. Other one moving in. And there we go. Quickly repairing it. Nice coordination by Sam. Oh, mine goes off, damaging the engine. This could be the target Tommy wants. Move in the pack. Assist. Feuer frei, Männer. Second one moving in. Focusing down the Stuke. And he's still not moving out the pack. Come on, Tommy. Oh dear, now it's... Oh dear, careful, Tommy, careful. Grenadiers, Volksgunners moving in. Riflemen coming under fire from the assault gun. Machine gun fire and high explosive shells raking them down. And some bit of sniper fire. There we go, another kill from the Stug. Not fully repaired. We are seeing a bunker. That's probably going to repair bunker. That's definitely going to ease the management load for him, which is a good thing. And, nice hit by the Sherman. Knocks out a Grenadier. Rifleman moving up on the eastern flank. Volksgunners charging right at the Rifleman. Nice hit by the Sherman. Suppressed already. And a Calliope. And there we go. Blasting away. Sniper. Oh, he lost another sniper. I think Simon Sniper is now in fact veterancy free. Oh dear. Tommy is looking a bit under pressure now. Rifleman in against the Volksgrenadiers. And we are seeing another assault gun. Volksgunners getting suppressed. Assault gun moves up. And there we go, the sniper. Could he get him? Yes! Excellent. And here's a fun fact. The Stug has about the same chance of hitting an infantry as it has hitting a sniper. And when otherwise around, yes, so it sounds a bit more impressive. But yes, and the Stug actually has a decent chance of hitting an infantry unit with its main gun. So I mean, if you can catch a sniper with it, I mean, you have a pretty decent chance of actually killing an infantry unit. I mean, you know, fun facts. Fun facts. So in that sense, he finally got vengeance for his own lost sniper. But again, 2 Shermans and a Calliope could cause problems, although he is getting awfully close to a Königstiger. And a 3rd assault gun is all going to help. Sherman moving in, Pack firing away, Stug moving up. Repair bunker ready. Nice hit by the Sherman. Saying one under your repairs. Could we be seeing a 3rd one or a tank destroyer? Pioneers moving up to repair. Going in for the fuel point again. Jolly good harassment by Simon Emmons. He's keeping up the pressure on the center. He's also, you know, forcing away and tension by, you know, doing something nasty in the west. But there you go, second assault gun moving in. Again, opening up with its guns, blasting away. Another Calliope barrage. Oh, right on the Pack. He's probably intending to knock that out. Mine goes up. And there we go. Pack destroyed. A shame. A shame. But of course, now he has 3 assault guns. He could try and push the advantage now. He could probably pull it off. Again, 3 assault guns is nothing to be scoffed at. Come on, Tommy. And there we go. Veterans, you want for the Sherman, increasing speed. Volksgunners moving up. Grenadiers need to get away. Where are the assault guns? Shots on the Sherman. 3rd one moving in. Yes. Yes. The only thing that could make it better for Tommy now was if he actually had the blitzkrieg ability, which of course would increase the rate of fire of his assault guns. Sherman's getting pushed away. Propaganda war. Oh dear, a nice push, a nice push. Calliope exposed, it's going down. Jolly good, pushing forwards with the assault guns. A trinity of German steel. Careening right past. We are seeing Allied war machine though up. Minimizing the losses. Good move by Simon right there. Minimizing full losses, I suppose. MG they're going to go down. Sherman might be trying to flank, in fact. Other Sherman moving in. He's ready, of course, to lose them. And a Calliope barrage right there, catching them, outflanking them. Excellent use of mobility, excellent use of maneuver. Main gun destroyed. Assault gun out of control. Oh, nasty. But brilliant use of Shermans, and he's yet to lose a single one, despite, you know, facing numerous assault guns, which is, you know, where some novice players might be failing. Excellent, excellent. Already veterans you want for that. Calliope. Field repairs is up. Rifleman moving in from the flank. And another assault gun out of control. We are seeing the Königstiger arriving. The Tiger 2. But will it be enough? Assault gun needs to pull away. And there we go, King Tiger moving in. Opens up, nice hit on the Sherman. 2nd Sherman moving in. And now, of course, Simon realizes he might be in a slight bit of trouble right there. A King Tiger is definitely nothing to scoff at. Panzerfaust on the Shermans. Tommy's going all in, trying to really get those Sherman kills. Destroyed engine. Mine goes off. Nicely placed, of course, by Tommy earlier on. Riflemen could be flanking. No, they're not. And now Grenadiers and Volksgunners are moving in. Lots of automatic fire new. Now the King Tiger could be turning its mighty high velocity 88mm gun. But at the same time, harassment by Simon on the west. Tommy simply can't cover it all. Again, medic bunker would have been nice. Desperately trying to salvage the Sherman. There we go. Engine is fixed for now. It needs to get out of there. Ohms up and Grenadier. Oh, it's stuck. It's stuck. Will Veteran G1 save it, or will the King Tiger get the kill? No. Oh, main gun destroyed. Saved by the heroic sacrifice of the main gun. Oh, blimey. I mean, blimey. And he's getting a third Sherman. He's not giving up on the Sherman. He's getting a third one. But I mean, note the damage he's done in conjunction with other tactics. 2 Stuks down. Plus, of course, lots of German infantry dead as well. So, I mean, he's getting the best out of his German. Of course, he's pulling his farthest away from that nasty King Tiger. So that mean old tank doesn't get to them. Of course, question is how will, of course, things now evolve. Getting another sniper to replace the one lost. Quite a bit of armor. Some veterans you want. Sherman up here on the flank. King Tiger holding up the center with some grenadiers. Other infantry moving in there, but there we go. Sherman moving in. And there we go. Another fellow dead. Of course, Raven can provide support. Nothing to really help with that, although the Stuk, soon repaired, could move in to assist. And he is under fire. King Tiger moving in, and there we go. High explosive shell blowing up the fences. That's about it. Grenadiers moving in for the kill. Need to be careful. Ooh, too much rifle fire. Flaps being silly. So much action, of course. I mean, I have reached, of course, 2,500 subscribers. Again, a bit late, and getting that second double episode thing up. But, of course, I will be getting it today. And, again, look forward to the next game. That's going to be also quite a nice little thing. Let's just speed this up a bit. Mine hit. Ooh, almost got them, in fact. MG providing support for the riflemen. The Grenadiers. More rockets on the MG, on the Grenadiers. King Tiger getting repaired. That repair bunker is definitely going to be paying itself off. But, I mean, Simon has actually managed to secure large parts of the map. Stug ready. German infantry also waiting for something. And of course he's not going to be getting a lot because again that King Tiger is going to be draining his manpower for quite some time. So in that sense he's in a slight bit of trouble. Rifleman getting suppressed. MG though needs to get back and reinforce before another Calliope barrage does unspeakable things. And he is moving up right in front of the Sherman. Careful, careful. And that Stuk is not moving. Going in for that victory point. And Grenadiers need to retreat. Very low health. Another Grenadier squad with Panzerschreck. And the Sherman quickly pulling away. I mean, note how, in fact, Simon's actually, drawing the King Tiger over there. Now he's shifting front. So again, now the King Tiger will force react to that. And again, that it's not suited for. It's suited for holding one point or attacking one point. It's not really good for reacting to sort of shifts. And that is what Simon is doing. He's shifting his forces. Now, of course, the King Tiger's over there. And now, of course, it's forced reacting. He can constantly play, cat and mouse. In this case, the cat, while it is, armed with a high-velocity gun and is heavily armored and got lots of machine guns, it's actually pretty slow. And there we go. Now the Stuk is exposed. 3 Shermans moving in. Shots hammering away on the King Tiger moving. Armored car rhyming. Ooh. Not sure he needed that against those Shermans. Armored car though dodges the shots. King Tiger misses a bit. Oh, careful, careful. Oh, he could get the flank of the King Tiger with a rocket barrage from the Calliope. That would be El Excelente. Stuk advancing, but again, heavy damage. Down to less than a third in health. Grenadiers advancing up. And Allied War Machine. These guys are going to be charging right at it. Grenades. Grenadier squad down. Sherman out of control. King Tiger is in dire straits. Is he going for the King Tiger? Is he going for the Stuk? Is he trying to minimize support? Or what? Stuk could in fact be going down. Allied War Machine is almost done though. So close, he's trying to pull out at least one, in fact both. He knows he's not going to lose it. There we go. And now of course could be the time for... there we go. Finally getting a Sherman. After so much damage, he finally gets a Sherman. Sherman pulls out. King Tiger advances. Volkswagen is suppressed. Very few victory points left for Tommy. And what shall be the response of this? Volkswagen is pushed away. Oh, down to one man. King Tiger advances. Stug in dire need of repairs. Needs to pull up to that repair bunker. Sherman not really going to win in a frontal assault with a King Tiger, even with that increased gun. And getting another Sherman. Incredible. I mean, most players would have gone for tank destroyers, but he's actually getting Sherman because, again, you know, he knows they're quite good against infantry. Can you do something against all the other armor bits? But, of course, a few tank destroyers would not be amiss. You know, otherwise, I mean, they're doing pretty well. You know, they're killing quite a bit of German infantry. They're killing a few Krauts. Bleeding. Tommy a bit there. Plus, of course, they can actually withstand more shots from the King Tiger, which is also a thing to remember. While moving up, Veteran D2 could get off a sticky bomb. And he's also getting much closer to King Tiger, which could also be an issue for Tommy. There we go. Sticky bomb on the King Tiger. Damaged engine. Oh, the shame. Assault guns moving up. Could we be seeing Veteran C3 for them? Apparently not. Veteran T2 on that Calliope. That's definitely nifty. Still doing it. Oh, it's not even fully repaired. Oh, Tommy is getting a bit desperate, I think. Pointer draining down. He knows he needs to do some damage. He needs to get some Shermans, but he should not be risking a Stug at this stage of the fight. And a Calliope barrage right there. Oh dear. Oh, he loses another Stug to a Calliope. Oh dear, the second Panzer Division is not really losing much of its Panzers, but it's losing quite a few Stugs in this fight. Veteran C3 Calliope, that's definitely going to be raining down rockets now. Hiccup. And he must be getting very close to actually securing himself a Pershing, which is definitely going to spill issues. Even now as the King Tiger is down to soon half health. Rifleman moving up through the center. Volkswagen's moving up on the eastern flank. He needs to take some points. He needs to keep up the pressure, and he needs to kill. I mean, Armstrong's unit preservation has been pretty strong throughout the match. Plus, of course, his ability to sort of maneuver about has actually been doing quite a bit of damage. And quickly pulling up the Sherman, realizing he can't win this fight. He wants to get to Stug, but the King Tiger is a bit of a fall in that regard. Or will he be getting another rocket barrage? Rather moving in against that central victory point. MG, Volkswagen armored car, King Tiger. And there we go, Calliope. MG squad down. Oh, the inhumanity. The King Tiger hoping desperately for someone to repair it. Move it, Heinz. And there we go, assault gun moving up. Rifleman holding up by the tree line. While the Stugs are firing away. And there we go, taking pot shots at the King Tiger, moving up with sniper, probably to stop anyone trying to actually repair it, which is definitely not a bad idea either. And we are seeing an additional assault gun. He's really pushing out all the assault guns he can from the divisional Stug Abteilung. Although, mind you, again, Shermans with this sort of upgrade didn't really happen until the later stage of the war. You know, by the time of, Holland and such, they really began appearing in larger numbers. Until that, they were actually a bit rare. That, of course, is something to note as well. Volkswagen is a bit under fire here from a Sherman. Stug moving up, taking damage. 3 Stuks moving up. Stuk Sturm. I've been caught right in the middle of it, taking nasty losses. And getting suppressed. Jolly good. 30 caliber moving up, and the Volkskanone is doing its good duty. But he does manage to secure the central victory point. Perhaps Tommy should consider actually conducting an assault with the King Tiger and those 3 assault guns if he could. Again, he could do some damage, but he does seem a bit cautious. He seems to be expecting something from Simon, but he's not sure what. Quite interesting.
Get your kit. Germans are after one of our munitions points.
Sherman's moving up on the flank. Could be trying to draw out Tommy's forces again. And since a large of it are on the central and eastern flank, that's going to do nicely. Another Calliope barrage right now, and the Volkskanone is forcing those away. Armor coming in, and the Sherman, of course, already going to be there soon as well.
Regiment is holding heavy armor.
And there we go, Pershing ready. Pershing, by the way, did not fight in Normandy alongside the Calliope. But armor car pulls away. King Tiger, though, is in dire need of repairs. Engine is on fire. Stuks are not really doing too well either. 2nd Panzer Division is being ground down here. And on a westbound path, oops, a bit silliness from Fraps. King Tiger along with Shermans, both are moving in, though I'm getting a few penetrating shots. Stuks moving in, there we go, Rifleman under fire. Going in after the Sherman as well, while the MGs deal with the Rifleman. Volkskanone charging in. And there we go, nice shots on the Sherman, trying to get that out of there. And mine goes off. Stuk, ooh, managed to avoid the Calliope by getting behind the building. Good move. Sherman could be going down. Destroyed engine. Sherman down. King Tiger moving in. And there we go. Pershing arriving. Pershing arriving. Stuk's already heavily damaged in this fight. King Tiger again needing repairs. Salvaging the Sherman there is good. Pershing moving against the King Tiger. Getting off. Oh dear, this could actually end up badly for the King Tiger. It's damaged enough for the King Tiger. Pershing actually do something. And note it gets an increased penetration from the same upgrade as the Sherman. So I mean, this is actually making much more deadly against German armor. Shermans are moving in now to deal with all the Panzers, or their assault grounds in this case, the Stuks. Oh dear, one already in dire straits. Pershing though heavily damaged. Of course, you can just pop Allied War Machine and quickly get it replaced. He's probably going to do that. Yes, indeed. Stuk's now pulling away. He's just trying to focus down, not, yes, indeed, he does not want to be giving Armstrong a free Pershing, but at the same time, of course, he's risking losing own armor. That's the sort of problem with this. Had he actually decided to just knock it out, he might not have lost the assault gun. I mean, yes, it's tempting to say, oh, I don't want to give him a free Pershing, but at the same time, what happens if you lose an assault gun or a Panzer in the process? Then you've actually lost on it. But we are seeing veterans with 3 up now. Doesn't do so much against armor. It's mostly against sticky bombs, although it does gain a tiny advantage, like small damage reductions, like chance to be penetrate. But I mean, it's mostly against infantry. This is effective against sticky bombs, bazookas, recoilless rifles, Panzers, all that stuff. 2nd Pershing though moving in. Armored car out of control. King Tiger heavily damaged. Moving up on the flank. Stuks moving in. King Tiger suffering to the high velocity gun of the King Tiger.
Krauts are grabbing our territory.
But the King Tiger is definitely not singing Sippity Doodah either.
I got a bad feeling about this start. We're losing ground out there.
And there we go. Machine gun team actually getting run off. King Tiger getting repaired. Stuk on a bit of fire. Troops getting sniped. Another assault gun coming in. This could easily look like a platoon or two now arriving, half a company of assault guns, which could definitely be a problem for the division at large if that fails utterly. Assault guns though push the attack, moving through the cornrows. King Tiger though needs... Oh, we are seeing Hellcats now actually. He's adding in with tank destroyers now. Now that's a nasty combination. Charging in. Now the Stooks are really in trouble. Hellcat could be going down. Sherman's rolling in. There we go. Hellcat down. No, Allied War Machine up. And again, ooh, he's focusing down the Shermans first. Again, he doesn't want to give him a free Pershing, but again, he's losing Stooks in that process. I mean, it's a slight, tricky piece of mathematics, but again, I mean, do you want to give the opponent free units, or do you want to be, losing units because of it? That's the sort of tricky bit. Troops moving up. King Tiger moving in, taking heavy fire. And sorry, I just got distracted by that a bit. Main gun destroyed on the Sherman. Oh, King Tiger almost going to go down. And the Königstiger is down. 2nd Panzer Division commander's got a bit of explaining to back at headquarters after this. Stug in trouble as well. Pershing could be going down to the assault gun, but will it happen? Oh dear, oh dear. Divisional assets are quite down. And we are seeing a V1 rocket, or hearing it. And he is, of course, Popcat right there. So just try me. There we go. And of course, he's just going to call in a new Pershing. No, he can't even that. Huh. Slight advantage there for Tommy. Of course, question is, will he be able to pull it off? And again, he needs to get some victory points left. But his units are highly depleted. Full grenadiers left, but no grenadiers. There's assault guns. He's constantly churning out fresh assault guns. But I mean, that's about it. He's heavily depleted. He needs more infantry. And of course, now there's a second... Well, actually, a 3rd Pershing arriving. And of course, question is, will the Stooks be able to stop that? Probably not with Blitzkrieg. They might have been able to. Because again, increased rate of fire might have allowed them to sort of get off enough shots to actually do some damage. Both shots in this case seem to penetrate, but they don't do enough damage. Pershing just charging in. Veteran Suroffin following up. Volksgrenadiers moving up, dealing out the rifleman. Another Pershing barrage. On the Volksgrenadiers. Oh, nasty that. Pershing getting one re-exposed to one Stug, but of course it's got 2 damaged Stugs right in front of it. Oh dear, it's a target shooting gallery. Stug out of control. Another Stug arriving.
Enemy unit down.
This is the graveyard of the Stugs.
Stand firm, allies. The battle is ours.
Certainly quite the armoured fight we've seen, and not the usual sort of armoured fight. So that certainly makes this even more interesting. Because usually it's just a lot of tank destroyers. We've actually seen an American commander use a lot of tanks. Damaged engine, Stug pulling away. 39 victory points left, barely any infantry left for Tommy.
Enemy
Bring this
unit
up a bit. First grenade down. Pershing could in fact be going down again. Allied War Machine, and again he just stops. Trying to salvage what is left. Stug around here trying to stop the rifleman again.
down.
And this one's, barely left standing. Repair bunker soon going to down this. Stug is in horrible condition again. Stug lost. Another one ready. He's using the officer to basically just churn out Stugs to save his life. Oh my goodness. And there you go. GG. Game over. The 2nd Panzer Division Stug Abteilung just took a flashing. Might have lost close to half a company, if not more, of these beauties. A tragedy, if anything. But again, I rather showed, how Shermans can actually be pretty nice when upgraded and used in numbers. I mean, they really did a number to Tommy. They rather drained him, of course, allowed him mobility to move from point A to point B, constantly forcing Tom to shift even with the King Tiger. And in that way, he limited the effectiveness of the King Tiger by constantly maneuvering about, thus ensuring, of course, it has to be moving about, which is not what the King Tiger is good at. So, jolly good move right there. And of course, the Pershing and tanks, all that little bits there, certainly further emphasized. And of course, the Calliope. And the problem was essentially, I think, just, Tommy being a bit too timid. He had the chances early on to sort of, lay the final nail in the coffin, but he just lacked something. I'm not sure what, of course, I can't guess. But ultimately, it allowed Simon, a.k.a. Armstrong, to sort of, gather his strength and attack. But I think, perhaps if Tommy had gotten a medic bunker, he might have been able to survive this. Or had he gone for Terror instead of Blitzkrieg instead of Terror, he might have been able to use the Blitzkrieg ability as an advantage. He could also have considered going for a Panzer come up with all the resource he was spending on Stooks and all that. And of course, it is questionable if he could have done that without, hurting himself more. So, I mean, just going for Stooks is certainly a valid option. But there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, and of course, look forward to the second episode today. That one's going to be quite exciting as well. So, there you go.
Cheers.